Good morning, boys and girls. It is Monday, April 13th, and we're going to begin with reading like we normally would at school. What you're going to need today is you're going to want this packet if you want to follow along to know where I'm at for reading. You're going to need your small reading book, and then you're also going to need your reading workbook. So I'm going to try my best on Mondays to follow the pattern that we normally would have in school. So today, our goal is to work on our new high frequency words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up the card like I would at school. I'm going to point to you, and I want you to go ahead and read it if you know what it is already, because I know some of you will know that word already. Then I'll read it, and then I want you to repeat after me. Okay, so it's kind of the process, kind of the routine that I'm going to try to follow when we do this. So I'm going to start with you. Now I'm going to read it, new, and now I want you to read it, okay? And then I want to talk a little bit about the things that we know. We should know that the K-N at the beginning is going to make the N sound because we've learned that the K is silent. New would be a past tense word for something that you know, because you wouldn't say, I knowed the answer. You would say, I knew the answer. So that's how you want to use that word. Next word. Fall, and then you read it again. This one I expect most of you to know, because if we take off that F at the beginning, you guys have seen that all word for a very long time, probably even since kindergarten. So putting that consonant on the front and making that word fall should be pretty easy for you. It does have a star on it because it also is going to show up on your spelling list. Read this one if you know it. Above, read it again. Now, what I would normally tell you in class about this one is that there we see that sneaky little A at the beginning, and we have a whole list on our word wall that starts with A, but it sounds like a U. So it is a tricky one because it does say at the beginning and also has that silent E on the end that you can't hear. So we have above. You try that one. Money. Now you read that one again. We have talked about the EY at the end, making that E sound at the end of a word. You try that one if you know it. Toward, read that one again. If you were trying to write this word and saying that someone was walking towards you, that would mean that they were coming close to you. So when writing it, I think of how I can see to at the beginning, and then this looks like ward. So in my head, I always think, oh, toward, but I know that's not the way that I read it. So you guys remember, I'm always trying to give you tricks to help you spell things, but you always have to make sure that my spelling tricks aren't always reading tricks, because it says toward, even though it looks like toward. And then here's the last one. You try it. Build. And then you try that again. And there's that star again, because it'll show up on the spelling list too. This one, what I've always told boys and girls is that when you say build, you don't hear that U. But if you stop and think about maybe how you've built something with blocks, then you could say, you build it, and that might help you remember when you're writing it that there's a U in it. You kind of say it that silly way. So all of those words can be found in your small book on page 196. Now these are the pictures that you would normally see on our second day of high frequency words. This is when you all would sit and turn and talk with your partner, and you would get a chance to create your own sentence. So when we're done today with my video, I want you to look at that page. I want you to read the sentences that the author gave you, but I also want you to try to make up your own sentence. Try to use those high frequency words in a sentence that you make up of your own. The last two are going to be extra words. You don't have to do those, but you could always give them a try. So when you're done with that, then you're going to go into your reading workbook, and you're going to go to page 260. And you're going to use the high frequency words. They're right there in the box for you. And you're going to read your sentences, and you're going to pick the best word to finish the sentence. And you have picture clues to help you. So those sentences should match the pictures. They should make sense. They should go together. Once you have finished that page, if you want to try to take a picture of it and send it to me, you can. If you want to email your answers to me, you can. I'll let you know if they're right. Or you can have an adult or maybe an older brother or sister check them and see if you got those right. And then we're going to go back to our small reading book, and you're going to just need to turn a couple pages, and you're going to find a story called The Joy of a Ship. Now, can you tell by glancing at these pictures what type of story this is? If you're thinking nonfiction, you're right. Remember that nonfiction means real, right? It means real, that the story is giving us facts, it's giving us real information. So as you read through The Joy of a Ship, pay attention to where you see those yellow highlighted words and how the author is using your high frequency words. And don't forget when you're reading nonfiction that sometimes you get more information than just from the text. These headings are going to help you understand what you're getting ready to read about. And then these captions are also going to help you because they're going to tell you more about the pictures. Now, when you get finished reading that story, there will be a question here at the end that says, what steps in shipbuilding are risky? Risky means kind of scary or something could go wrong. So try to answer that question and maybe you can share that answer with somebody. Or again, if you want to email that answer to me, you can email that answer to me and we can talk back and forth through email. Hopefully you've checked out Parent Square and Mr. Dietz's video, and so you're kind of getting used to using that email, so that's something new for us. So that's our reading lesson for today. I'm going to send you a separate video for math because my videos get quite long and I have trouble sending them. So hopefully these videos are getting through to you. I may have to try to find another way to get these sent to you. Okay, so our goal today was to work on our high frequency words. So go ahead and practice in your small book and in your workbook and finish up your reading assignment for now.